Welcome to the 2026 Play for K, benefiting the K Out Cancer Fund in partnership with the WBCA and the V Foundation. The 21st year here at Reynolds Coliseum. The fans ready to make some noise because Carolina is in town, and tonight we get to celebrate the legacy of K-Yow on and off the court. Welcome to Big Monday on ESPN, and welcome to the ACC on ESPN. It is the one and only time they meet this year on the court. NC State hosting newly minted number 25 North Carolina.
They have multiple ways they can win, and they're led behind the emerging play of Raleigh Kelly. In the last 5 games, 13 points a game, but you see the North Carolina balance. There's a lot of weapons for Courtney Banghart.
Both these clubs projected right now on the NCAA host bubble with 1 month to prove they are worthy of a top 16 seed. Carolina Blues and NC State Whites both with a shade of pink tonight, and the pull-up J is good for Raleigh Kelly.
Middle ball screen, and you can't get clipped by the screen. Zoe Brooks runs right into the North Carolina screen.
On paper, looks like a size advantage with Pierre and Trieger inside. Jones and Brooks outstanding on the perimeter, and there's a touch right away for the 6'3 Swede.
Trieger coming off a 25-point game and a win where NC State scored 106 points against Boston College.
Off the bounce, Sierra Toomey scoops that up and in.
Well, both these coaches like to script the first couple of sets. And North Carolina 2 for 2 on their scripts.
Working it inside, getting a touch for Pierre. One of just 5 Power 5 players averaging a double-double, and she gets points and a rebound on that trip. Off the bounce, Lanie Grant, and one.
What a take by Lanie Grant, known as a catch and shoot. Both these teams average, Beth, about 20 points in their fast break game, but I don't expect there to be very many fast break opportunities. It's going to be a slugfest, possession for possession, which means you better be ready to rebound.
They're going to have to clean that up tonight. Samuels saved it, but it's right to the Tar Heels. And Kelly will run with Indya Nivar, and immediately Toomey gets another touch and a bucket.
Toomey doing a great job going rim to rim, getting deep position.
Shot clock winding down. Pierre, 16-footer no. And Nyla Harris, the senior transfer from Louisville, has the rebound. Top of the key, Jay is good from Harris. And NC State down in front of their student section in this first half. Nearly turn it over. They're going to have to hustle to get a shot up. Zoe Brooks.
What a play.
Brooks and Jones both with the ability to clean up mistakes late in shot clocks. And there's the first miss of the game for North Carolina. Samuels off the window on the run. Kelly, pull up. Samuels with the rebound. NC State a chance to tie or take the lead. Brooks off the bounce. Works it inside and gets the roll.
I mean, she's going to score off the bounce.
Nivar gets the handoff right back and the drive and lay-in.
And come with a long closeout on them and make them put it on the ground. You got to help in the middle.
What nerves. Both sides putting on a show early. Sam Jones for 3. Kelly creates some space. Off the mark, but you can see her confidence has returned. Much more productive of late. Pierre, patient with the bounce. Goes baseline, off glass.
There's the speed and quickness factor.
Grant will attack the rim again, bothered by Trieger. And a foul on North Carolina after State shared the regular season title last year. Here is Trieger stepping away. Offensive rebound. Samuels with the putback. It is a 13-2 State run. Substitutions for Carolina. Nyla Brooks, Elena Arnesalo. And there's a bucket for Harris. It's a rivalry that's been around for 51 years, starting in 1975. The 122nd meeting between these two. Slight advantage for the Wolfpack. Here's Brooks, the freshman, off the mark.
Now Brooks in her last 7 is 2 for 20 from the three-point line coming into the game.
Samuels quick, right in front of the Carolina bench for 3. From Quiros, and here she comes the other way, trying to beat the buzzer. Brooks, 3. And it falls away. 20-14, NC State play for K night.
My aunt had breast cancer about 10 years ago. She had to do surgeries and all this stuff, but she got through it as a strong mom and a strong person.
And during the timeout, Tilda's parents, Ulrika and Paul, told Maria that she would be making the walk with the cancer survivors at halftime today. Made the trip all the way from Sweden to be a part of this Play for K night. The celebration of cancer survivors. I think one woman in the house tonight, Debbie, 56 years a cancer survivor, and so many women that we'll see tonight. An assist from Kay Yao and the Kay Yao Foundation. 20-14, NC State with the lead over Carolina as we open up this second quarter. And a nice assist, Arnesalo. The Quiros for the bucket.
Maddie Cox in the game, who allows them to play a little bit smaller.
Kaishi Lunin also out there right here with the ball for State. The fade off glass.
She's not quite Isaiah James yet, and Isaiah waited her time.
Well, the feet underneath, they're going to wipe that away, and a foul up top. I believe on the screen, they called the foul out top on Arnesalo. That was a tough break for Carolina. Kelly had an easy look inside. Pierre
Clear out for Pierre.
Harris defending, and Pierre going to work, and it falls. Quiros, the drive and dish to Indya Nivar for 3. Samuels, the UConn transfer, airs that out. Nivar attacks. Aggressive to the rim for Indya.
That's her game.
The numbers for Indya, career year for her. Rattled in and down.
That one might have been for Aunt Marie.
State will look to push. Can she do it again? Maddie Cox gets in the lane. Nivar. She was looking for a foul. Loon trying to D her up. Nivar attacks, and this time will get the whistle. Just a 54% shooter, however.
So you got to be ready to rebound.
Joyce Edwards leading the way. Yeah, the last 4 games, they've allowed 81 points per game. Not what he's looking for defensively. Down on the deck, Brooks keeps the ball alive. They got a launch. And it's a shot clock violation.
She's not going to take a play off, number 24 in blue.
Kelly weaving her way inside. By NC State, and out in front is Pierre with the jump stop and the layup. Carrie Inich its entirety, the celebration of the cancer survivors here on this Play for K night at NC State. Lanie Grant fouled on the three, almost rattled it in.
Courtney Banghart getting some players in a game that don't get a lot of minutes typically, but I think it's because she's preparing for having her starters play heavy minutes in the second half.
Against Syracuse, an overtime win for the Tar Heels. She had 17, hit 5 threes. Sophomore out of Midlothian, Virginia, enrolled early. She was so anxious and excited to be a Tar Heel and has worked her way into the starting lineup.
No sense of urgency about anything that they're doing right now, and they have the lead.
Brooks off the cross, scoop is short. Pierre, second chance, won't go. Carolina the other way, weaving towards the rim. Cute Arrows with the lay-in.
What a great job she did at turning Lunin.
Lunin walked. Minute and a half to go. The cancer survivor celebration coming up at halftime. Of course, Sylvia herself, a cancer survivor.
Great friend of Kay's. Longtime competitors, and Coach Al loved playing in this game more than any other game.
Grant with a triple.
It's an emotional night like this one.
Final minute, good rally here for North Carolina. An 8-0 run to get right back in it. Sam Jones for three. Arnesalo. And a turnover. So do they go back to man-to-man? Looks like they will with 8.1 to go. Brooks. Cox. Off the mark. 34-30. NC State with the lead over North Carolina at the half on this Play for K night on K-Out Court here inside Reynolds Coliseum. Start of the second half, NC State and North Carolina. The Tar Heels looking for their first quad one win of the season. NC State fighting to stay in the top four right now in the ACC standings. As we move into February, 7 or 8 games left on the schedule, that's it. And Indya Nivar takes it inside. Bucket for Carolina. Sam Jones. And here's Kelly the other way. Grant. Nivar off the bounce for the lay-in, and that'll tie it up for the Tar Heels. Inbound almost picked off. Zan, and now they are 0 for 6 to start this third quarter. Opportunity knocking for North Carolina. Nivar had it poked out. Brooks. And a foul.
Good D by Sam Jones with the pick.
So Zoe to the line, an 84% free throw shooter. North Carolina, and that's Joanna Luca-White, one of their assistant coaches. They're wearing the t-shirt to support her in her fight.
Joanne's in the fight with her family. Her daughter Gabby is a freshman point guard at the University of Virginia for Coach Mox. And she was pretty emotional before the game when I spoke to her. She understands what this game means.
Grant on the inbound gets a clean look and knocks it down.
Tell you what, Lanie Grant is probably 18 years old and plays like a veteran.
Brooks drops it off for Trieger, and they finally get off the schneid with their first basket.
And there's Zoe Brooks changing the rhythm of the game. Notre Dame, of course, Hannah Hidalgo coming off a 37-point game last night.
Mid-range is good for Harris.
North Carolina does not shoot a lot of mid-ranges.
Pierre, tough on the turnaround. Trieger all alone underneath, blocked from behind.
You got to go right back up with that.
Gave time for Toomey to get there. Nivar off the dribble. With the left hand, gets the land. Amongst the last ones to get in, Virginia, Miami, and Cal will try and play their way in over the last 8 games of the season and the ACC tournament.
Well, North Carolina, NC State both playing for that double bye in the ACC tournament, which matters as well.
A top 4 seed has won the ACC tournament 39 years in a row. And Lanie Grant knocking down another tray. An 11-4 run for the Tar Heels here in the 3rd quarter.
NC State has scored 4 points in the 3rd quarter. They are 1 for 11 this half.
Trigger. Good position, goes to the left hand.
I mean, go to that, Trigger. The counter inside for the 6-6.
Nivar will try from deep. Pierre snags rebound number 12.
I mean, can rebound out of her area. So athletic on the glass. Pierre has scored a couple of times in that matchup with Harris.
Tough shot, gets the roll.
Does she do anything but make tough shots? I mean, Zoe Brooks never gets a clean look. Zoe Brooks going to get a chance on Lanie Grant.
Grant drawing another foul off the dribble. Boy, has she added this element to her game.
Really can't knock her off her line. NC State's got to do a better job defending those two. I think they need to throw it into Camille Pierre. She's had sort of had her way against the Harris matchup inside, which we anticipated.
Zone. Zam to try and shoot over it. Nope. Grant Toomey running the floor.
NC State needs to provide a little more resistance on defense.
Samuel's able to close out the first time, but not the second. Lanie Grant with her 4th. And I think they're going to call that a 2. And they got to shoot. 3rd quarter owned by North Carolina. And Lanie Grant leading the way. The toes were on the line. That last shot by Grant. So a 48-42 Carolina lead into the 4th quarter, looking for their first quad 1 win of the season.
It looks to me like a little face guard here by Zam Jones, which means she's in a no-help situation on Grant.
Nivar with a nice feed inside to Harris.
North Carolina looks like they're showing zone this possession.
Biggest lead of the game for the Tar Heels. And they had NC State in a little disarray in that 3rd quarter offensively. Pierre gets a look and it's rejected.
Sierra Toomey, big play at the rim. Gets off the help right there, gets off the contact to make this play. NC State's going to have to pick up their body language and their energy just a little bit here. North Carolina is playing with great cadence.
Pierre and Toomey again got a piece of it.
Back-to-back plays by Sierra Toomey.
3 blocks now for the Tar Heels, and NC State's got to work quick. Lunan launches. Good effort by Carolina. Nivar to the rim, attacking again, and rolling it up and in. off glass. Timeout, NC State.
One of the things Wes Moore said to us today at shoot-around was, we better play some defense against the Heels, particularly in the fourth quarter, because look at this. Cross it over and get it to the cup. Nivar with a 10-point lead for the Heels. Got to get up the floor in transition for NC State. They play better with a little bit of tempo.
Lumen, no. Pierre fights for that rebound and then attacks the rim. Grant off the bounce again. That'll head the other way. Under 7 to go. Nice feed, Pierre from Zion.
Nice pass, good roll to the bucket. Attacking through the middle third of that 3-2 zone.
Kelly for 3, got it!
NC State goes horns against the 3-2. Got to screen the top.
Sam, the drive, they kick it back out, and now Pierre will go to work.
That's who I'm playing through. Camille Pierre. Get her a touch every time down.
14 points, 14 rebounds.
Pierre has been effective.
Kelly, 3. Hits it for Carolina.
Has come on late. In the last 4 games, she's averaged 14 points.
Couple of big buckets for her in this fourth quarter. And the Tar Heels have bumped it back up to 10. 4 minutes away from their first Quad 1 win. And a big road win against an arch rival. Lunin, 15-footer hits.
Good ball movement that time.
Kelly, off the cross and a foul. Last 5 games, she has doubled her scoring. A reminder that Carolina will be a part of the ACC Network doubleheader on Thursday. Hosting Clemson. Gets the second free throw to go. Big week for the Tar Heels. They'd love to start it with a big road win. Scoop shot is good for Jones. Kelly back to Grant. Harris, 15-footer. Pierre's got her 15th rebound of the night. Lunin spins and scores! Wow. Kelly had it knocked loose. Harris is there. Nivar to beat the shot clock. And she gets the rebound.
What a play by the senior.
The upperclassman with a huge fourth quarter for Carolina. Kelly, stripped loose. Lunin leaves it off for Samuel. 3 is good. Final minute, 2-point game. And a turnover. And Pierre loses it right back. What a play by Harris. And a foul.
Foul number 7, Kaisha Lunin.
Kelly initiates. And there's a blocking foul called on Lunin. So now just 2-second difference shot and game clock. Nivar is the worst free throw shooter, and that's why Courtney Banghart has her inbounding. And Nyla Harris,
He just decided to put Harris on the free throw line right here. I think it's a good one.
big free throws for Harris. Timeout NC State to advance. So now everybody comes above the free throw line for NC State. Pierre, knocked loose. Pierre to Trigger for the layup. Timeout Carolina.
NC State, I would try to quick steal, if not tie him up. I don't believe they'll throw it into the backcourt with a wide open player back there, but you got it. If she's that wide open, I might throw it to her.
I'm going to take her right out of it and quickly get it into Kelly. And that's a held ball.
What a play by.
A held ball and NC State ball with 10.6 to go.
That's what I'm talking about.
Down 2 to inbound here. NC State with 10 seconds to go. Zam Jones has it, and there's a reach-in foul. 2 more to give. Samuels back to Jones. 3 on the way, no. And Nivar's got it, and a foul. 1.6 to go for the Tar Heels. Nivar's 1 for 2 tonight.
You better be ready to rebound.
Short, and Nivar able to track it down, and North Carolina hangs on to win it, 61 to 59.
What a hustle play by Indya Nivar. 4 players in white jerseys standing on the free throw line, and Nivar comes up with the offensive rebound.
Field goal is under review.
What a job by Courtney Banghart to come in here with this crowd, with this emotion. Just back into the polls at number 25. I mean, watch NC State. You got to be ready to rebound. You know she's a 54% free throw shooter.
Carolina had 3 offensive rebounds the entire game before this one, and that iced it. They won't count that last basket, so it's a 61-59 final